Okay, I know several of you have been wondering, and this is something that we usually do in class at the end of the semester. So I thought I would make a quick video on how you can calculate your quarter four grades and your semester grades. So we're going to start with calculating your fourth quarter grade. This is how these are our three categories for all of our grades. Homework is 20%, lab notebook is 20%, and tests are 60%. And this is how it is set up in Schoology, and Schoology calculates your grade for you in this way. But since we do not have a test in there, this can be a little bit different. The final project that you will be completing will be a test grade. And that is why I'm making this video. I want to show you what that looks like. So your homework grade and your lab notebook grade, you will have to get those averages from Schoology. So just go to the fourth quarter tab and look at homework and look at lab notebook. And that's what you're going to use in those places. This is a weighted average, which is just like our average atomic mass calculations. So anyway, let's say you have a 98 for a homework grade. Let's say you have a 100 for a lab notebook grade, and let's see what your final project grade needs to be. So this is how you can type it into your calculator. So 98 times 0.2 plus 100 times 0.2 plus, this is going to be x. This is what we want to figure out what do we need to get on this project in order for us to have the grade that we want. And that goes here. What grade do you want or hope to get in this class? Let's say you are shooting for a high A. So let's just type in a 98 for right now. And I'll do a couple different scenarios to show you the difference this makes. So I'm just using my calculator to type in exactly what I have written. Of course, the best thing to do is to use your homework grade and your lab notebook grade for this. Okay, wait. Sorry, I got to talking and not watching what I was doing. I'm going to do those two sets of parentheses, and that gets me 39.6 plus this is 0.6x. So yes, I did turn this into an algebra problem, but again, I'm showing you step by step how to solve it so that you can recreate it. So I subtracted 39.6 from each side. And now I need to divide each side by 0.6. So if you have a 98 for your homework grade, a 100 for your lab notebook grade, and if you want to get a 98 in the class overall for the fourth quarter, this is only for your fourth quarter grade, then you will need to get a 98% on your project. Okay, again, I encourage you to do this using your own grades. I'm going to do this a second time, but in but using different grades. So this time, let's say for the most part, all of your homework is really good, as long as you've been turning it in. That's the key there. You got to turn in your homework. Again, same thing with lab notebook. It's pretty good. We've only had a couple of them. Let's do a 90 there. So what if you just want to pass? Okay, so I'm going to do 90 times 0.2. Actually, because I know there's a person who has not turned in any of their, or they're missing a few of the lab notebook things, I'm going to make that a 20%. That's you have a 20% in your lab notebook. Okay, so that changes that. 20 times 0.2. Again, I'm going to figure out what kind of project grade I need to get in order to just pass. I'm getting a 70%. 90 times 0.2 plus 20 times 0.2. Again, I do those parentheses first. I'm going to rewrite this as 0.6x, subtract from each side. 70 minus 22 is 48 divided by 0.6. So in this case, you need to get an 80% on your project. Okay, there's one other way that I can foresee you using these calculations, and that is to, okay, I'm going to erase all of this just so I have some space on this page and we can kind of see it all on one screen. Okay, let's go back to some new grades. Okay, so it's the what if. Okay, so right now I know I have a 98. Let's go 93. A 93 on my homework. I have a 75 on my lab notebook. What will my grade be if on my final project I get a 70? Okay, so let's see what this looks like. So we would take 93 times 0.2 plus 75 times 0.2 plus 70 times 0.6. And this is how you would calculate your quarter 4 grade. And again, in this scenario, you are guessing your project grade. So that your one and only test grade is a project. And so you would end the year with a fourth quarter grade of a 75.6. Okay. Again, one more that I want to show. Let's say our homework is not so hot because we didn't turn a lot of it in. Let's say our lab notebook is not so hot. And again, the main reason people's grades are low is because you haven't turned things in. There's still time. Turn it in. So, and let's say, okay, 62 times 0.2 plus 25 times 0.2. Project. Let's say this project is very doable. You just got to put in a little bit of time. It's very, very doable. Let's say you do that, you get a 95 on your project. because you're here to kick some butt. So you put in the work, you get it done. 62 times 0.2 plus 25 times 0.2 plus 95 times 0.6. And you get a 74.4. Okay, peoples. Again, I hope this explains how your fourth quarter grade will be calculated.